Jepson scored the first ever goal for Huddersfield Town at the Alfred McAlpine Stadium.
Kevin, Jake, thank you for taking the time to speak to us today. It's a momentous day for the football club. Mr. Chairman, if we start with yourself, this has been a long-term ambition of yours since taking over the club to own this stadium and the surrounding acreage. Just let us know your thoughts and feelings today.
No, I think this is a great day today. From the time that we had an opportunity to acquisition the football club, it was always the goal to see if we could get the stadium. And so we've been really working hard over the last 2+ years. Jake really lots on the negotiations. But it's a reality, and there's a lot of excitement that I have that I want to share in the future with people.
Jake, the chairman mentions behind the scenes work. There's been a lot of it over the past couple of years. Just without going into granular detail, let us a glimpse into what your life's been like dealing with that.
It has been, as the chairman says, pretty much since we've arrived. This was the ambition to get control of the stadium for the football club. Now that has ebbed and flowed over the course of those few years and really accelerated, I would say, over the last 8 months or so. I have spent a lot of time in negotiations with our partners, both at the council and with the Giants, to find a way through what really has been a bit of an impasse for quite a few years, trying to find a solution here. And it's taken quite a bit of unpacking of the operating agreement between the three parties, as well as all the implications and ramifications of all the various leases. There are lots of leases on this property, so it's been quite a complicated undertaking to unpack everything and then find a solution that was a solution that afforded the football club to be able to step forward and make sure we protect the future of the stadium for the football club for years to come.
It's been 31 years now since we left Leeds Road and moved here, so it's the first time in 31 years that we've owned our own home. So while that's new to the football club, this kind of work isn't new to you, Mr. Chairman. You've done plenty of this sort of redevelopment, refurbishment, expansion work back home in Sacramento, beyond there. Just talk to us a little bit about how excited you are to bring that line of your own history to Huddersfield Town.
No, I think it's going to be really exciting, the future in Huddersfield. What we really see is we see the 53 acres, which, as you know, came with the stadium, where there's just going to be a lot of opportunity. We envision, really seeing a hotel come online, and I think that's going to generate a lot of excitement just within the community, because I think they're going to have a place to stay that I think will be of quality. And then, of course, I think just what we've already done at the stadium, that Jake and his team has done, whereby we have got a number of facilities that can be used, everything from 50 to 500 or 600 people if they want a certain event center. And that doesn't take into consideration we want to see stadiums. And what that really means is we're going to build a lot of other options so that people can come, and this will be a place where people can live and play and enjoy a lifestyle that maybe they haven't seen before.
We're sitting in one of those examples, Mr. Chairman, in the 1908 that we opened this summer. We've been in here with you before. There's plenty of other examples with H-Town, the Riverside upstairs, the new dressing rooms, the club offices that we work in every day. Those examples of what supporters and club staff and yourself can come to expect from what the stadium will have more of in the future? Yes,
I think there are lots of reasons why I think that we're going to want to enhance things as well. I think even around the 53 acres, what you can see is there's going to be demand for services. I can see it in the greater Huddersfield area that we want to further develop out and people take advantage of. But yes, the stadium itself, I think it's going to have a lot to offer, where it could very well be ground zero for Huddersfield in the future.
Jake, the chairman hasn't been shy in investing in what we're wanting to do here, long and short term. This stadium's obviously the jewel in the crown of those 53 acres, but in real world terms, one of the things I think will be most important to supporters to know is that the reason we want to do this, the reason this is part of the plan, is the more money we generate, the more money we can spend, and hopefully that will translate to long-term sporting success as well.
Yeah, I think it's it's sort of threefold really. The chairman's been clear from day one that this is our house and we want to have just a fantastic home for our football club, and that the experience of those that come on the grounds here for a match day has to be absolutely top class, and that's something we'll continue to strive for. And chairman's invested a lot of money into lots of different spaces already to make sure that match day experience for people that come here continues to get better and better and better. So we operate in difficult constraints within the EFL. It's a very competitive environment, and we want to be as competitive as possible on the field. And it is related to the amount of revenue we can generate at the football club in terms of how much of that revenue we're able to invest into the playing squad. And there are, as we know, teams with bigger stadiums and different revenue models. So it's important for us that we not just relying on ticket sales and partnership income, that we can think a bit more creatively, and that is not just what we're doing in a match day, and that is non-match day events as well. That is the development of the 53-acre site, so there are more and more opportunities to generate revenue that can impact the bottom line with the football club and impact the amount of money we can put back into the first team, as well as into the academy and the pipeline of player development through the football club. So it is critical that we can unlock and continue to unlock new revenue streams on this site.
Kevin, how important and how fulfilling is it for you to see these landmark developments continue happening throughout your ownership? We've obviously had the academy, as Jake's touched on. The stadium is the latest of those, the women's team in the summer. There is progress happening under your leadership that must be nice to see from afar, but also up close when you come back to Huddersfield.
No, it's actually nice when you see some of these milestones. They don't come fast enough. We've got a number of initiatives, I think, online, just as were mentioned, investing in the academy much more than we first got here, and making sure that the facilities are really top flight, and ensuring that the fan experience is very, very positive and better than maybe what it was. So we're investing in all those areas, and I think that I'm excited really just thinking if we look at 5 years out, what it will look like in and around the area. And I think that our fan base is going to be very impressive. I think that what we want to really articulate is where they're going to see a lot of commercial development, I think, in time, that really the investment is really into the club by and large. And as Jake, iterated earlier, it's a revenue model currently that's being built, and so you've got to really drive that revenue number. And candidly, some of our competitors have much higher revenue numbers. So we've got to make sure that we can move in that area so we can continue to compete.
Jake, one of the parts of this that is probably overlooked by people external is the staffing that will now change. We will absorb the existing staff from the stadium. They will become Huddersfield Town staff. We'll probably have as big as a staff as a club as we ever have done. I know that's incredibly important to the owner in terms of how they feel, how they're made to feel to belong alongside us all who've been working here for some time. Just talk to us about your excitement over having not only the full control of the site, but everybody who works here every day.
It's really exciting, and with it comes the responsibility now, where before we were somewhat siloed with this KSDL staff operating the venue, and the perception of the supporters when they're with us on a match day and a non-match day, that everything here is just the football club, and that has been challenging because we have separate entities doing various parts of that match day operation. Now we're all going to be together under one umbrella. We've spent time with the staff already from KSDL to start training and onboarding and making our vision clear to them in terms of what our expectations would be and what it would be like to be fully with the football club. So I think there's a great deal of excitement, and we're looking forward to that merger and all becoming one single entity.
Kevin, the last thing I want to ask either of you is just about the excitement in both the short and long term for Huddersfield Town and the milestone that this plays in that. We've spoken before about the different areas we have, we've spoken about the granular detail of how many acres we're taking after, but the end point of this is building the best football club on the field and off the field we possibly can do, isn't it?
There's just no question. I mean, we're Huddersfield Town, and that means that we're going to compete. And we're going to compete at the highest level, and we're going to compete in the best way possible. That takes sometimes a little bit of time, and as we can see right now, we've made some incremental improvements to a point where we're ready to take that next step. And I think acquiring the stadium, I think, is one step. Now development and driving those revenue targets so that we can continue to invest, across the board. I'm really excited for the future.
Congratulations on the deal, both of you, and thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you.